Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The slam.
The slam.
All right, Paulie, let's go.
Thank you so much. Hey, everybody. I'm not muted. I haven't been doing this for 7-8 months. No, not at all. Okay, so you know what? I'm just going to get you in here, Andrea.
So lovely to hear you.
Here I am trying to sound all professional, y todo, and I fuck it up.
You sound wonderful. Look, I look professional. I'm like sitting on the couch. I got no set behind me. It's just me.
Oh, well, we are so happy that you're here. So let me just say 2 things to the chat real fast. Grab the link, share it. We did the tweet on Twitter, so you can grab it, you can retweet all that stuff. Let's get the gang in here to enjoy this our inaugural Deadwood and chill. Then the second thing I want you to do is I want you to go to Discord. And we're going to drop that link in the chat. And I believe I do a smart thing, Andrea. And everyone,
Always.
This is Andrea.
I'm not surprised at all.
Our co-host. We're going by Andrea. We're just going by Andrea, correct?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if people wanted to, I don't know, maybe go subscribe to my channel, well then
Absolutely.
They would want to know the name Andrea Seabrook, but people can call me Andy if you want.
Andy, put the link in the private chat, and I'm going to get it over. The smart thing that I have is my wrenches are my cousins, my blood.
Nice.
So I don't mess around. Besides clobbering times, most of my wrenches are related.
Excellent. That's the way it should be.
The great Close Call Kid is hosting us on the ¿cómo se llama? On the Discord. So that's one of our cousins, and Uriel is here, our other cousin. Good to see you guys. Much love to you guys. So thank you. We're redoing it because my power went out last week.
Oh no.
We were supposed
Poor thing.
Yeah, that was not a fun night at all. Not at all. No.
What'd you end up doing?
And I ended up going to sleep early, and then the power went back on. So I watched a little bit of TV, but I was so upset.
Only Latino Slant with his excellent channel would be like, "Oh, it's an emergency. I get to go to sleep."
And I hear some people in the Discord. Do me a favor, in the Discord, put yourself on mute. I love you all, and we'll be there put yourselves on mute in the Discord. I love you all. We'll be there really soon. So let's lay the scene, as Shakespeare would say. Shakespeare would say,
Yes.
now we lay our scene.
Yes.
Which makes sense because it's so Shakespearean, this fucking show.
It really is. So, I don't know. I don't want to repeat myself for people who are getting kind of tired of hearing me talk about this, but this show is, you're going to see it's gritty, it's dirty, it's hard, right? It really does a good job of not, totally romanticizing westward expansion in the United States, which is good because there was a whole lot to complain about there, but it does a really good job of portraying it. It's also some of the best writing ever done for television. And even people who don't agree with me that it is the best show that was ever made certainly agree that it has some of the most incredible writing ever done. It's David Milch, who you may know from a few other shows. I won't get into that, but like we're talking Shakespearean iambic pentameter here, like the real shit. And
so I found
go ahead.
I found this fun site, which I think we'll use, called Deadwood Chronicles, which I love that they exist.
Yes.
And I'm going to read the quick bio, and then we'll look at a couple photos, and then we'll get going. What do you think?
I think that's great. There's one thing I think people should know before they see the show, but I don't have to talk about it yet.
Okay. Here we lay our scene in the year 1876. After executing the last act of justice as a Montana marshal, Seth Bullock relocates to a gold mining camp town known as Deadwood, where he and his partner Soul Star look to start a hardware business. Saloon owner Al Swearengen contends with a bungled robbery turned mass murder that threatens to incite mob violence throughout the camp. Hickock, and we're talking about Wild Bill, and his companions arrive, including Annie Oakley. Is that?
No, it's Calamity Jane.
I'm sorry, I'm Calamity Jane. The people of Deadwood go off to hunt down the Native Americans who butchered a family of white people. I would say they were, okay. I mean, that's okay. That's an okay synopsis. Wasn't too crazy about that. Here's some photos, and that's David Carradine. It's a Carradine, right?
Yeah.
Playing Wild Bill Hickock, and then there's Timothy Oliphant as Seth Bullock.
I mean, if you love Justified, which I also love, because oh my God, Timothy Oliphant, right? I mean, can I get a hooray from the people who are so inclined out there?
Can you get a whoop whoop?
Yeah, seriously. And I gotta say, in the chat, there are some really good comments too. Like this show is worth watching just to listen to Al Swearengen swear.
Yeah. We're gonna get to, and that's thank you for reminding me, Andrew. We're gonna get to them in a second. But the reason why the conversation started during about Deadwood was that this actor Brad Dourif was in the X-Files season 1.
Yeah.
Conversation started going, and I was like, well, you should see him in Deadwood. He was amazing, because he's never played a regular character.
No. I'm not sure he could.
And then I just saw Dune last week, and I'm like, there he is again, being a damn weirdo.
Totally. You just saw Dune?
Yeah, we had every Saturday we have bad movie day, and this one, Dune falls under Big Expectations, Little Return.
Okay, we're gonna have a small conversation about that, Mr. Latino Slant, at some point, because those of us who grew up in very, very nerdy households who read the book first knew exactly what was going on and loved every second of it.
Andrea. Did you put your link in the
You know what? I'm not a wrench, so I can't.
No.
I tried to put
in
my
our
link
private
in,
chat.
but it won't paste.
No, in our private chat.
In our private chat.
Doing the private chat. Okay, so while she's doing that, let's get to the great chat of the Latino Slant. We're all my Slantinos. I want to hear you guys now. Evening, everybody. Cold-blooded critic is here. Hail. ¿Qué pasó? Mr. CCDV. Yes, it is a great series. CC, hail chat. That 70s rock fan. I love that. I love that handle.
Me too.
Just another red shirt.
And Darth Hester and all the gang is here, man. I love it.
A lot of the Captain Trek gang.
Mhm.
Shellback. Lasso of Truth. So now we're going to that's when I wasn't like muted. Okay, I went way back.
Where you start seeing everybody say, "Hey, Slantina."
And that's so embarrassing. That's like the second time I've done that in the past couple of months.
It's so easy to do.
Yeah. All right. And who is hummingbird? Humming crow? What? Iambic pentameter?
I know. I love that. It's like, yeah, it's so. Isn't that cray cray? It's totally cray. You know what's funny is I didn't even put together that I'm in a Shakespeare group, and like where we just get together and read Shakespeare once a week, which is a really cool thing to do because you kind of get a sense for the plays in a different way than if you read them. Total dork. I'm sorry, but I had that earlier tonight, so I'm in total iambic pentameter mode here.
It's okay. I was like, where is she? Hello. We have a show to do. It's like the first show. That 70s rock fan love Justified. Keith Carradine, thank you. Close Call liked him in Santa Clarita Diet. I never saw that show. Hey, what's up, Bone? We got some amazing Latino boomer. Thank you. Well, I am 50, so that's all good. Robert Anderson, Brad Dourif played Savidro in the third Mist game. His performance as the antagonist was iconic. I don't know anything of what you just said as far as that role, but I agree. Anything he does is amazeballs. Yeah.
You're making me feel really good about my nerd credentials here. Because normally I'm like hanging around with people and I'm like, what's that Borg thing? Trek, whatever. But like if you don't know Myst.
No, what's Myst?
Oh, Myst is like an iconic game. It's an old.
I'm not a gamer. Now here's my note to being a host. I'm just honest when I don't know something.
That's so smart. Yes.
Because we did a news item on some of the people that have been cast as Supergirl and then the Beetle. These Latinos.
Good, I thought.
And they're coming to me, hey, blah 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 was 1939 and blah 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 was 1919. And I said, I'm not an expert there, but let me get back to you.
Yeah.
So
that's why I stopped doing CNN. Actually, quite literally, is they kept like having me on to be like, and what's the factor about the thing? And I was like, I don't know. And then they were like, oh, she won't just make it up. Yeah.
We haven't talked about Al Swearengen yet.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You have to talk about Swearengen.
Swearengen, cocksucker. We're gonna get torn down here. Well, Ian McShane was actually not originally supposed to play this role, which blew my mind away. It's like you can't imagine anyone else, but Mills wrote this for Ed O'Neill.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Ed O'Neill. That I would have liked to have seen Ed O'Neill do it, but I get why they balked. Because he at that time too, he was so Mr. Al Bundy. Yeah,
it's true. But I just can't. I mean, once you have seen Ian McShane in this role, it's hard to imagine, Al Swearengen as anybody else. I mean, it is just so. And this doesn't like none of the pictures do it justice. Well, and this, go ahead.
No, I know that look so well. I know exactly where in the show that movie.
Totally.
Oh, Trixie.
Trixie,
Guys, you guys. Okay, you know what? Let's do this, Andrew, because we are ultimate nerds of this show, right?
Yes.
Which is why I'm so happy you're with me for this ride. Who in the chat has not seen this show?
Good. Good.
I want to know because, like with Shellback with X-Files, he's having an amazing time because it's like the first time he's seen all the X-Files.
That's awesome.
Saw
That's
Ian McShane in Space 1999 the other day. Hey, that's no super chat button. No. All we have is if I don't know, did you want to give it?
People want to donate to you. You have to give your audience what they want. Listen, most people are not going to give you like $50,000, right? So
right,
you know, a cup of coffee. You work really hard at this. You're like way more consistent than I am.
Well,
but like that, people should still go subscribe to my channel.
Yes, they better. Well, listen, guys, I'm gonna put my tip jar in the chat, and then we can get Haster and them to spread the love. But look, we got some people who've never seen it.
That's amazing. Yes.
Thank you, Uriel. Gracias. There's my look at that. That's what happens when you get your familia, you know, hanging out here. We have 18 people ready to watch this show. That's awesome.
Back on.
That's awesome. Okay, Humming Crow has never seen this. Darth Haster has never seen this. What?
Oh my God. You guys, I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
Because you totally get to experience. There is one thing that I want to say, which I wish somebody had said to me before I first saw it. They use, so the language is very like the time, you know, which is what, 1840s, we said?
1867.
67, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right.
But they use modern swears. They use modern bad language. And the reason they do that, and I think it works brilliantly, just so you know, it's going to hit you, is so that language has the power and hits you like it would have then to say sort of damn and crap, you know? So I think it does a really good job. So if you folks want to put off in the beginning, just remember that the language is having the effect on you that it should.
I'm really excited. We have another person who's never seen this. Geek Tropology, and I know Geek. Dude, you are gonna flip out over this show. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy that you're here. Okay, we got a tip, Andrea.
Nice.
That 70s rock fan just tipped. You're gonna get a tip video. Give me a second here. Here you go.
I'm not in the go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, here we go. Eso.
Excelente.
So I think you're doubled up there.
Who, me?
Yeah, I'm hearing a
what am I doing wrong? I just jumped into the Discord. Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. I haven't muted the Discord.
Yeah, just mute the
Sorry, everybody.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm trying to find that 70s rock fan, see if you left a message or not on Stream Elements. Give me 1 second. I wasn't expecting any series. Oh my God. Okay, well, that 70s rock fan tipped $5. He says 1 cent for every time Ian McShane says cocksucker.
Totally. Yes. It's a big word in this show.
It's a big word, but 51 times the word fuck is heard in this first episode.
Nice. Nice.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I think we're ready to rock. Do you have anything else to say?
I have one last thing to say, and that is that we haven't really mentioned any of the actresses, the women in this show, and they are brilliant. I don't want to go into it. We didn't really get into very many people, but listen, the woman who plays Calamity Jane and that whole character of Calamity Jane just punches me across the face every time I see her.
No, I know you're a big fan of hers. And let me see, is there a photo of her? I don't see it in here. Oh yeah, there she is. There's Jane.
Excellent. Oh my gosh.
All right. So this is what I want you guys to do. Please leave your YouTube window open so the Latino slant can get the watch hours. I would really appreciate that. Pero también get on over to the Discord because we are going to rock and roll with the first Deadflix and Chill
Woohoo!
episode. Join me and Andre over there and make sure you have yourselves on mute. And when the show is done, we'll come back for a quick post discussion and we'll take it from there.
So we're not doing like a chatty talky during thing. You and I, what are we doing?
We'll keep it down to a minimum just because of the language. I don't want people to miss anything.
You're so right.
It's so dense. This show is really dense.
It's really dense. It's true.
In really language. So especially with all these first timers here, you know, we'll save it for when we're done. How about that?
Okay, so this is not an MST3K thing. This is not Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Not with Deadwood.
Totally, I'm so with you.
If there's something you really want to say, hit me up in the private chat.
Okay,
and then we'll just play it by ear. But I really want our people to just take in everything of this first episode. So all true. Right, Close Call Kid, take it away. Broadcasting for the first time. It first aired in March of 2004. This is the first episode of Deadwood, called Deadwood.
Love it.
And let's put ourselves on mute here as well in YouTube. Enjoy. Right. Wow. All right. As we gather our thoughts, for the people in the chat that are seeing this for the first time,
You lucky people.
remind us who you are and what did you think. And I will say it only gets better. And you talk about a first episode. I mean, doesn't happen a lot, that's magic. So yeah, Andrea, are you with us?
I am still so here. It's just, man, it's one of those shows where, I am really jealous of people who are watching it for the first time, but it's also so great to see it again and again. It's so deep. There's so much going on. God, it's so great. Yeah, I wanted to make sure people knew that the liquid that she was using the eyedropper on to put into her water is laudanum. So that's like the original opium that came to the United States, opium elixir.
Really fast in the chat. Yeah, opium elixir. Yeah, and that's a
basically heroin.
Yeah,
right?
and that's a through that's part of Alma's story arc in the first season.
Yeah.
God, she's incredible. In the chat, I know there were some audio problems, so I don't know, Close Call Kid, if we were able to solve that. But hail to Close Call Kid for hosting us, and to our Uriel, our other wrench in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you for holding it down. Yeah, cool. All right. And so I've sent this out to a couple of people who are big Deadwood fans, and we might have a couple of surprise guests come on by, Andrea. Just first thoughts, like
I love surprises. That sounds good.
First thoughts on this episode 1 for you.
For me, I just can never get over how much impact the show has. The directing is brilliant. The sets are brilliant. And more than anything, the characters, the depth of character, there is not a single cardboard cutout anywhere here. And you can tell, even though, first episodes have a lot to do in any series. There's so much groundwork to lay for stories, for characters. And this one never feels rushed. It never feels like, oh, this is happening so that someone catches me up so that I can understand some storyline. No, just as I don't remember who it was who said from the very beginning, like, you see Bullock, establishing Bullock as this, like, he may be chaotic, but he is a good guy. He's like a morally founded, straight shooter, cares about justice. It just is amazing to me. I can't get enough of it.
Well, again, we're just going off the first episode. We don't want to spill the character too much, but just in this episode, you see that he's a man of 100% principle.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
exactly.
just actually with his first line, because he's asking, what you writing, or what did he say? You writing a letter? He's like, I'm writing it. He said diary, right? Which
I think so.
He corrected the guy.
Yeah.
And then of course, he gave him mercy as far as killing him.
Exactly.
God, yeah, that was intense.
It is so intense. And just like, I'm a sound person, and the audio design of this show is as top notch as the video. I mean, and it is, I can feel that crunch when he helps that guy in the hanging. But it also, that one scene, it really sets off the fact that Bullock, he is a man of hardcore principle, but he's also not. That doesn't mean he's a by the book law guy either. Yeah.
Geek tropology, the quality of everything, the craftsmanship in every item on set, the acting man. Yes, loving it. Look at him.
Great.
Yeah, I'm so happy you're here, man. Just this is Geek's first time.
It makes me so happy when other people get that impact. I was saying that earlier in the chat. It's like there are people I know who are like, yeah, it's an okay show. It's like, no. If you think that about it, you really haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
Well, let's bring in one of our buddies. Shellback. Hey, man.
Wow.
Hey, Shellback.
Dude, I mean, I don't want to. It's not exactly the right word, but the member berries, as some people like to say these days, of all the people that are in this. I mean, Timothy Oliphant, Ian McShane, the guy we just saw in X-Files,
William Sanderson.
Yeah, the doctor, the newspaper guy, right? The newspaper guy who.
Oh yeah.
Jeffrey Jones.
He was like the from Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Howard Duck and Charlie. I liked him too.
Charlie Nutter.
Yeah, he was one of my other favorite movies. Well, I mean, I know this isn't a movie, but one of my favorite movies, The Patriot. With Mel Gibson and all. Mm-hmm. He was one of Mel's militia guys. And
Glarf says, and welcome Glarf. I've never seen it.
That's my brother. Glarf is my brother.
Yes. That's your brother?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Yeah. We got the families here.
Yeah.
Well, Glarf, I hope that you are subscribed to your sister's channel, and anyone who's not, make sure you subscribe to the great Andrea Seabrook, the not so great Shellback TJC, but we let him in here. We don't know why, but
I don't have to kick down to go good places. We can all join together.
If one of my one of the wrenches can grab those links, that would be great. And let's hook them up. So let's see what Tim Myers is here. Hey, Latino slant. Ana Armas is the hottest chick in Hollywood. Yeah, but she's not in the show. In fact, I don't think she was probably probably a baby at that time. I mean, this show was actually filmed. The pilot was actually filmed in 2002. Yeah. Almost 20 years ago. Almost 20 years ago. And then when it got picked up, then they filmed the rest of season 1 for 6 months, something insane like that.
A really long time. Like he got in trouble. Milch eventually ended up getting kind of in trouble with HBO because he's a total perfectionist. And man, we're reaping the benefits of it right now.
Yeah, which is probably why it only went 3 seasons. I mean, he didn't want to what's the word I'm looking for? He didn't want it to shortchange his vision.
Well, my understanding is it wasn't all his. I don't know the full story, so I shouldn't say much. But it wasn't all him that ended the show after 3 seasons. That's why they ended up doing the movie.
We got some experts in the house. If anyone knows why it did end up kind of abruptly, it did get its movie, but that was years later. And I've never seen the film, so that is what we'll end with. When we get through all the seasons, we will watch the film together.
But man, I mean, like you guys just pointed out, though, and I I'm kind of drawing a blank on Timothy Oliphant's his character's name.
Seth Bullock.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, him. I noticed right away, about the whole, like a man of principle, type aspect, because he was like, the way he did that one guy when he was still marshal, and he was denying, he was like, it seemed like he was hell bent, on the mob not getting him,
Exactly.
and that same characteristic showed up, when the guy came in, reporting about the massacre. I could just see the look in his eyes, looking at this guy like something's not right. It's like, I mean, it's clear that, he's still, once a lawman, always a lawman type of thing. He's, something like that is always going to stick with him. So I can see him, he's going to be into just about anything that happens. I can see it already.
Oh, you are so good. You're so good. I can't wait to watch the next episodes with you.
I don't know why we're putting this up, but like and subscribe to Shellback's channel. My cousin has turned his back on me. I gave him explicit orders not to promote you, but
man,
what do you have against Shellback here?
What's up with all the turtle hate tonight, man? Kermit was right. It ain't easy being green.
Yeah, you know, man. You've been with me since like almost day one with this slant. I love you, brother.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. So,
yeah, we're having a great night, and even greater Shellback is Andy's with us.
Oh my God, you're terrible! Stop this. You're making me feel bad. Although I will say,
no. I didn't mean it like that. I mean like that's really cool that you're with us. That you're joining us. I was already done putting them down.
Like, I was gonna say though, Shellback, that I am in Annapolis, Maryland right now. So you want like Maryland Terrapins and the Naval Academy? You must love this town.
I've never been there, but I'd love to go.
Okay, we'll talk about it on the stream sometime.
Yeah, I did spend 10 years in the Navy, so it would be a, like a historical place to go for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when this came out, I was hooked episode 1 back in the day because HBO was the thing to watch still. It was still appointment television every Sunday night. Soprano.
Shortly after The Wire, right?
I'd have to see the overlap. I'd have to see the overlap a year. I know Oz was already done. I think Sopranos and Sex and the City were like the hit, the 1-2 punch, and then this came after. But in the chat, give us your let's rate this if it's possible. 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. What are your thoughts? Hit us all with your numbers, guys.
It's funny. I remember thinking like, I have never liked Sex and the City. Maybe I'm just a weird chick because that's the show that I'm supposed to like, right? And I never liked it. I don't like drama. I don't play reindeer games. It's just like not my thing. But this show like killed me from the very moment I saw it. So I guess, Andres O'Rourke, weird chick. There's your headline.
Well, that just what you said right there just makes you more interesting. So
thank you. Shellback, it's you and me, man.
Yeah.
So looks like The Wire ran from 2002 to 2008. Thank you, that 70s rock fan. And we're getting some numbers in. Just another red shirt, 4.9.
Ooh.
70s rock fan, 4.8.
This is out of 5, right? Not 10.
Out of 5. And the great Steve Kenobi, rock solid 5, no doubt.
Yes,
And Stieg is a hell of a critic. So if Stieg says it's a 5, it's a 5.
And
Goliath
brother.
is right up there with WKRP in Cincinnati. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
That's a
man.
joke. That's my brother, and he's.
That's
I
fine.
mean,
Fever.
he does love WKRP in Cincinnati,
Well,
but
there you go.
Hey, he's not the only one.
we should do a WKRP in Cincinnati watch party sometime.
So we got all the we got the storyline. We got the characters. We got everyone's role in the camp so far. And we especially with Swearengen and with Seth and with Hickock. What are your thoughts on Hickock's relationship with Charlie and Hickock's arrival to the camp, Shellback?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not quite sure why he's there yet. Just other than the fact that, hey, they decided to stop there. The guy he was playing poker with, though, I have a sneaking suspicion that that's the guy that does him in over the the aces and eights thing that we all know of from history. So I don't think I'm giving any spoilers away, especially since like I said, I've seen bits and pieces of this. Maybe like if I was over at somebody's house who had HBO or whatever it was. But this is just like the X-Files for me. I'm pretty much virgin territory here, so I have no idea what's going to happen.
Geek Tripology says 5, but I want to believe compared to the next episodes, it is a 4.5 because the promise this episode showed of the series.
I do not think you will be disappointed, my friend.
A strange love triangle between Hickock, Charlie, Jane. Oh, can we talk about Calamity Jane for a second? I mean, she is like butter in Hickock's eye.
Yes,
she's such a belligerent asshole. And then hi Bill, do you need anything, Bill?
Yeah, right. I don't know. And it was the other guy, who not Bill Hickock, but his
Charlie?
side guy, Charlie, who says
Charlie
I don't know what I did to get on the wrong side of that woman. Calamity Jane is such a great character. She got nominated for an Emmy, I think, for that.
We'll do all the awards research and all that as well, Andrew, because it's so acclaimed, and even to this day, and
the actors in this show, I mean, some of them you all know, have seen in other things. They're like some of the best actors on the West End. With the Al Swearengen character, Ian McShane is British.
Yeah.
Like, you may not even know from his accent, and like some of these people are the best stage actors out there.
And then help me out, guys, in the cast, in the chat. I believe Ian McShane. I want to say, I'm trying to remember the exact role. He was in Excalibur.
He's
been
a cop drama recently, I think. Also,
well, he's in American Gods, but back in the day. So Steeg says Hickock is a bit of an asshole, to be honest. Then again, most characters on the show, except Charlie, are very flawed.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, I can't argue that. She worships Bill, that 70s fan, rock fan. The Calamity Jane acts best actor on the show. Not kidding. I mean, that's a statement. Really? Wow.
So
I mean, like, to me, they're all brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, brilliant. Like, one of my favorites is I guess I had to look it up, refresh my memory. So Leon Rippey, the guy playing Tom Nutta, I guess the owner of the the owner of the other place where Bill was playing cards.
Mhm.
That's the guy who I was referring to that was in the Patriot, and he's been one of my favorite actors. You know,
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
I've liked just about everything I've seen him in. You know.
Yeah, he's hilarious, man.
So.
He's hilarious, but yeah. And how about Trixie?
Oh,
The
Trixie.
hooker with the heart of gold.
Totally a hooker with a heart of gold, except, more to come.
And showing up in freaking Al's room at the end there. I'm like,
Well, what does that say?
I don't know if that's a little bit of Stockholm syndrome going on there or what, you know?
Watch this space, my friend. She is such a great character. And can I just ask, who is Stieg Kenobi? Because I've never met him before, but I agree with every single thing he said the whole time.
He's our resident Viking.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You gotta watch. He streams on other people's. That's his talent. Like he streams on other people's shows. You got great dry sense of humor, but he knows his shit.
Oh, he's the pun master.
That's great.
He is the pun master.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
awesome. Love it.
I think you're welcome to come on by. He was my but if he doesn't want to, I don't want to put anyone. And Valiant Renegade has said that earlier he just wrapped up with Mexican Iron Man, saw the stream. He made me want to go back and rewatch Deadwood. Been a while, but it was a great show. Yeah, well, this all started with a conversation about the talented Brad Dourif, and now you see why. Yeah. Powers Booth hasn't even
There's a lot of historical accuracy in Deadwood. He was very. I mean, there's a lot of other drama there too, but there's an awful lot there.
Stieg says more to come. Poor choice of words when it comes to describe a hooker. There you go. You guys get that? Come on, man. Come on, even I got that. And there you go. Andy's YouTube.
Yes, sorry. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at the. That's what YouTube's for, is the innuendo. I just talk.
Everyone, let's get on the. She's just starting her.
It's okay.
Her stream career here.
Yeah.
Not her career, but her stream.
The stream career.
Stream career.
The other gal, the brunette with the guy from New York.
Mm-hmm.
She seems just a little bit shady.
But don't you love that part where she's like locked in her room, just looking outside and can figure out from what her dumb ass husband says and what she can see out the window, what is actually going on out there. I don't know if that's obvious if you haven't seen it more than once, but she's not dumb.
Oh no! I mean, that's what I'm saying. She seems like she's up to something.
And joining us is the great Stieg Kenobi.
Hi.
Hey, it's been a while since you've been on the slant. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, I think it was a Christmas thing, wasn't it?
You're right. That's right.
Andrea,
Stieg, Andrea.
Hello, Stieg. Where are you?
Hello there. I'm on Tatooine. No, I'm kidding. I'm in Norway.
It's a little dry there, isn't it?
Oh, that's where I get my humor.
You're fast.
He's very well practiced. So, thoughts on the? I didn't know you were a big Deadwood fan.
Oh, I'm a huge Deadwood fan. Couldn't stop watching it when I first got into it. And I watched the movie that kind of finishes off the whole thing as well. I thought that one was a bit lacking.
Yeah, it's weird, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything, but you could tell there had been years between the final season and the movie. Yeah,
and I remember Ian McShane going on record saying, "You better get this done because I'm not going to be around much longer."
Yeah,
But-
he's pushing 80, I think. Maybe he's past 80.
Really?
Yeah, he's from the same pile of kittens as Anthony Hopkins and Sean Connery and those
Yeah.
people. Michael Caine.
Wow.
He's been in movies, well, piles of movies with all of them.
Yeah, Lovejoy. He was the star of Lovejoy, which started in '86.
Okay.
According to Google, he's 78.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Valiant Renegade just said, well, I bought the Deadwood Complete Series on Amazon. Y'all made me remember how much I missed the show. Though, great purchase. Great
Nice.
purchase.
You need to have those affiliate links, man.
What's that?
You should have affiliate links.
Yeah. Uriel says he doesn't seem that old. He doesn't. He's so like, he's full of gusto, that Ian McShane.
Yeah.
I think Deadwood was canceled due to the costs of producing the show, but this was before DVD sales of TV shows had taken off, so they didn't know that they were going to make piles of money from the DVD sales, so they canceled Deadwood and Rome, I believe, at the same time.
Rome. That was another good one. I mean, not as great as this, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So from this first episode, any comments, Stig?
On the first episode, well, I didn't watch it with you, so
no, I know.
I'm going by memory.
By memory, yeah.
I remember it being a great setup. It introduced pretty much every main character in one episode, and it did it well. And I guess that all the characters' motivation was kind of quickly established too, which is a good thing, you know. Show don't tell.
Totally.
Yeah. There's a couple of more to be introduced, including my favorite, which is Mr. Wu.
Yes. Switching.
Yeah. The angriest Chinese I've ever seen.
Would that be the guy that threw the body to the pigs, or is that another?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the laundry guy.
Oh, don't blow it for people, guys.
Oh, sorry.
We do have a few people that have never seen the show, so they're with us right now. Canceled because of cost, then spent billions on Game of Thrones over the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to cry about in that statement.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I don't want to even talk about Game of Thrones, but what was I going to say about this?
Oh, I'll make a bold statement that I was just thinking. Paulie, you are the Seth Bullock of YouTube.
He beats people up.
No,
I mean, Seth Bullock is
you care about good and evil, and you're you're such a good guy. And I don't know, the voice, maybe. I feel like I need to speak in hushed, even tones when I'm on with you.
All right, so we were talking about the show.
The subject.
yeah, back to the subject. I'm just trying to make sure we've talked about every character. The little girl.
Family.
And
Doc. Did we talk about Doc?
Family. I saw every character just melt when they got her.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is that the one that kind of later thing happens, maybe, that I can't talk about?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, you know, and of course, Swearengen, what he does is he gives a discount off the prostitutes because he wants to keep. You know, he like a true capitalist. You know,
businessman.
He's like, I got to keep my people in here, and he gives that speech.
Yeah, right.
Wrote something like, we feel so sad for their poor souls, and half off pussy for the next 15 minutes.
Right. I mean, he says that, but he says God just before it. It's like, the cojones on somebody to put those two things in the same phrase.
That's exactly what I mean when I talk about this show being like like a black motorcycle jacket with fine lace. It's like this crazy, juxtaposition of two totally different feelings all the time. It's so great.
Imagine being a prostitute in that room full of drunk minors, and when he yells it, you happen to be in the middle of the room.
Yeah. And speaking of drunk minors, okay, so and it figures that his name is Tim as well. But anyway, the bald guy, Driscoll, Tim, the Irishman or whatever he was. When they were doing that whole deal, and then later on you find out that it was a setup between him and Farnham and Swearengen, and you're like, son of a really? Oh, and that's why I was saying that I'm really curious as to the shoot, I done forgot her name again.
Alma?
The brunette, yeah.
Alma.
Is it me or did she like walk into Swearengen's room just before Trixie did, or am I?
No,
I don't know. I was like,
they're not in the same room.
Yeah, I was trying to take down notes and watch the show at the same time.
They're not in the same hotel. They're not
okay. But yeah,
maybe the cut was confusing.
Ever notice that in every movie and TV show, if there's a prostitute named Trixie, that prostitute is always nice. It's the thing.
Well,
is there another?
Trixie's a nice name.
You never see an evil Trixie, do you?
Evil Trixie.
You're onto something there, Stig.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay attention to this now.
I like how she got herself another gun on the down low too.
And
off the gimp.
Yeah.
And quite often on cop shows and cop movies, there's always a background character at the police station named Alvarez.
Interesting.
Alvarez has a message for you, or something like that. There's always an Alvarez in the background.
Shut up.
It's true.
Oh, we're having a joke.
You're just saying that because you're on the Latino slant. You're like, hey man, there's always a Latino character.
Those Alvarezes, I tell you.
Yeah.
Geek Tropology wants examples of Trixie. Oh my god, that's funny, bro.
Oh wow.
I just realized I've had my camera off. Sorry, everybody.
They want to see you. They want to see you. We're
70s rock fan making puns.
Apparently, the Driscoll actor in Game of Thrones, according to IMDb, but I don't remember him. Apparently. Turning Trixies. Yeah, I already had that.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, that's not a pun. I think that's it. I think we've gone over every character. Historically, that scene at the beginning happened to the real Seth Bullock. Soul Star is an amazing character. His buddy.
And they really are all going out. It's really the beginning of the gold rush.
Yeah.
And they're all rushing out. So like the first people have gone out there and found, like tiny flakes of gold. And this is a huge story, the West. Paulie, I shouldn't even be telling you this because you're actually out there in California. But like so much of Western expansion in the United States is due to this time, specifically this time. And people, first it was the people who found a few flakes, and then there were the people that were kind of trying to get people to go out there. Oh, they're like nuggets, rocks up in the hills. And then it's people like Seth Bullock and Saul Starr who went out to sell people pickaxes and boots who actually end up, making the Western United States.
Well, at this point, it's, the gold rush has been going on for almost 30 years, because of the,
right.
And California, 1849, and all that. But yeah, it's wow.
Ever read what how much money Swearengen actually made per weekend or whatever in Deadwood for real?
For real, right? He was
Insane
yeah.
amounts.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Well, shit, back then, $20,000. Holy crap!
He didn't meet a good end, did he, or did he die of old age?
Well, he got stabbed in San Francisco. That's how he died for real.
Yeah, I think of something like that. That's right. All right. Well, we're back here next week with episode 2. And
You know what? That's what happens to people, when that live on the edge, they get stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
I snorted at you.
Wow.
Yeah. The snort that was worth it. It was worth hearing Andrea snort. Andy snort. Andy snort. Yes, please subscribe to all of us there. Just know that Richard, a few of the miners made a fortune, but it was the saloon keepers and hardware vendors that made a killing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you just? I'm looking at the wiki, and the wiki says that the gem earned a nightly average of $5,000, and sometimes as much as $10,000.
Yeah,
That's equivalent in 2019. That's equivalent to $240,000 a night.
Right.
Wow.
Well, I mean, people went there to get rich, but at the same time, the gold that they got as they went along, they ended up, spending it on, not only supplies, but, booze and broads,
Yeah, they actually
hookers
they
and blow.
literally blew it on people.
Hookers and blow. Totally. Totally.
Okay, go ahead, Steve. Say it again.
I said they literally blew it on people who blow.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank God you're here.
Hey, do I know how to bring in the big names or the Stig is awesome. What am I saying? I love Stig, man. So cool. All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for our first Deadflix and Chill. And it was a pleasure to have Andrea, Andy join us on the slant. And
Pleasure to be here.
yeah, that's great. We'll dig in more because I want to get into like the awards one. There was an article from years ago, and it was either a Rolling Stone or something big like that, where it really followed Milch on the set, and I remember that story being incredible. I gotta find it.
I believe just to make everybody sad, I believe he has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's and has stepped back. I mean, very early onset, and now he's made it public that he's not going to make any more shows. Cool. So yeah, I'm going to let me double check that.
The creator, David Milch.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a way to make us feel good at the end there. Buddy.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. Well, that's life, man. That's life. Hey.
Yeah, you don't get to, snort at my puns anymore.
Yeah, don't be sorry. Okay, well, let's go around the horn real quick. Let people know what you guys are up to the next couple of days. Let's start with the man in green there.
I don't have anything planned at the moment, but I have been excuse me. I have been pondering putting together a weekly show, kind of like a lot of other people have. And so I'm still working on that, in concept. So just stay tuned and just subscribe to my channel, Shellback TJC. If you want to waste a few minutes here and there, that'd be great.
The great Stig.
Well, I'm going to be on Sporking News podcast on Monday. Where we talk about the Game of Thrones books. On Thursdays, I'm at OG Star Wars' channel, where she and I talk about old school Star Wars. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, I just pop on now and again here and there if people want company.
Yes, sir. And the lovely Andy.
I am going. So I'm in a little bit of a. This week is a little crazy, but starting on Monday, I'm going to be I'm actually a journalist, and so don't hate me. I have spent most of my career doing news, and I'm going to start doing that in the mornings for people, like a live stream, run over the news and talk about it starting on Monday on my show, Andrea Seabrook, over on that channel. And you can often find me hanging around the streams. And please, I'm on Twitter at Radio Babe. Please come, and my DMs are open. Come talk to me there. And one quick last thing, Paulie, just to say, David. So I think the article you're talking about was Mark Singer at the New Yorker did a profile of David Milch, and he's done a more recent one too since Milch was announced to be sick. But I know Mark Singer, so I'm gonna try and I'll ask him if maybe he could do a quick interview or come on one of our shows here in the next few weeks to talk about David Milch. You can see.
Thank
maybe
you.
Do that, yeah.
Wow, that would be beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you to everyone in the chat, to all the Slantinos that are hanging out and digging Deadwood, digging the channel. Thank you to all our great panelists. And I'm working on a couple of great surprises. So
Ooh.
those work. And they'll happen really soon. What I can say is next week, we're going to have a very fun show with a very fun blogger. It's her second time coming back on. And then the week after that, we are going to have a music show again and some live performances. And yes, raising money for probably Music Cares. But we'll let you know.
Woohoo!
We're always doing some fun stuff here. And yeah. Make sure you're subscribed to all these lovely people. I like surprises. Yeah, you're gonna. It's actually set, this interview, but once I want to do it, and then it'll go up Monday afternoon. So yeah.
Any hint you can give us? Anything? All we know is that it's an interview.
It's with a pretty well-known film actor who is going to be part of a Latino play, and even though he is not Latino, he's going to be playing some really cool historical characters in the play, and the play you'll be able to see online. And I think I'll actually tell you guys when we get off. All right, how about that?
Okay.
And one last comment. Just know the red shirt who got his Latino Slant Cup. Yes, finally.
Yay!
I'm so glad you decided to switch to Deadwood. I've got two must-see watch parties. Thank you, man. Thank you. He's just know the red shirt is such a sweet guy, man, and I really appreciate.
He is. He's a great.
Oh, there you go, man. There's a cup. La Copa. La Copa. Cool. All right, Stieg, Shellback, and Andrea, muchísimas gracias. And to the chat, we'll see you all soon. Be well, everyone.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The slant. All right, Paulie, let's go.